Welcome to the first video of Guys Aviation. Today, we are going to review the first video I ever made on the Red Rocket when I purchased it. Guys, there's a lot of inside juicy details that I know you're gonna wanna hear. Like I said, I'm re-releasing everything from the Red Rocket on this channel, but with commentary and background information. So with that, let's go ahead and get this video started. Hey guys, welcome to the Fly With The Guys YouTube channel. I'm Carl, and this is my new to me 1939 J3 Cub, and I am super excited about it. It's my first airplane that I have ever owned. But I really was excited about it. I don't care. I want to tell you guys all about it. Okay, so I've been wanting to do a project on the channel for a really long time, seriously, ever since the channel really even started. And so recently I'm like, finally have the means to be able to do that. So I started looking. That was actually from Bitcoin mining. And then this guy just kind of fell into my lap. I was bored one day, decided to go down to the local salvage yard, and I saw it. And I'm like, I think this is gonna work. So I went ahead and purchased it. And you know what? I'm just gonna show you the story of when I went to actually buy it. So here we go. Yeah, this is one yard that's down in central Phoenix, one of two.
House here, and it's over behind this helicopter.
Yeah,
there it is.
So where I went and picked this up, it was actually funny because there were in this warehouse just probably 5, 6, maybe even 8 crashed helicopters. And one thing that they told me that I could not do was show any of the tail numbers. And that's why when I walked through the door, we quickly jump to the back, is so that we can avoid seeing any of those tail numbers.
Wow. So this is a 1939 J3 Cub, and there's a couple of unique things about this Cub. First off, obviously it has no engine, which I'll show you in just a minute. And you'd be thinking, you know, oh, here are the wings. It's a clipped wing Cub. There's tons of these, but
there's not tons of clipped wing Cubs.
Oddly enough, right here, this word makes it very
That
unique.
is true. The experimental was like probably the real reason why I picked up this Cub, is because if this was a certified Cub, I never would have got it, because I wanted to be able to work on the plane by myself. And had it not been experimental, none of that would have happened. I would have had so much oversight, having to buy certified parts and just all this stuff. And so the experimental was a huge deal in making sure that this whole project came to fruition.
Has actually been converted to an 0320, 160 horsepower. Can you imagine 160 horsepower in a J3 Cub? So yeah. I am super excited about this.
I was so excited about 160, but later we had to do some stuff, and now it's closer to like 180. It's wild.
Build. Everything has been, you know, stacked and taken care of nicely. They have some tires and stuff in between here to help keep them from touching, and it's on a nice cart. So they've done a good job at preserving this for right now, but there is some damage. And so we're gonna start right down here. You can see this is some hard steel and some repairs right over here. It's because this airplane came in for a landing and the gear there collapsed. And
later found out that was wrong. It ran into a dirt berm after it landed from a forced landing. The engine wasn't running.
Fortunately, it wasn't a prop strike. But we're gonna have to do some work here, replace this gear, and do some other things to get this airworthy again. But it does come with these nice tires.
Those tires, in fact, were not nice. Ended up selling them to a buddy of mine. He said he got 100 landings on them, and then they failed on him.
So that's pretty cool. Let's go inside the cockpit for just a second. Here we have the old landing gear, but we're gonna upgrade that. We have the gauges and instruments and a couple of interesting things that you see here. That is not a standard airspeed indicator for a J3 Cub. So this is going...
That thing went over 200 miles an hour. I doubt this ever got up to that airspeed. It was completely set up for aerobatics. It had inverted oil and an inverted fuel tank, and it's... Yeah, in the dead center was a G meter, and there was a reason for that because of the type of aerobatics this thing was doing. So, yeah.
To be quite a crazy project. So let's come here over to the tail. All of this looks in good condition. All the
Fabric was still good.
Fabric is in good condition as well. We are going to have to do a little bit of repair for fabric under the fuselage. After the accident, they actually just removed the landing gear and set it on the ground. So there's a little damage under that, and a little damage to the left wing over here. Nothing too crazy, but the paint job on this.
I was incredibly lucky because in reality, that wing came down and it did touch the ground, and it just touched. There was no damage to the wing structurally. All the wood and everything that was in it was perfectly fine. Ended up just being a tear inside of the fabric.
And I am super, super excited to be able to have this insane project. All right, let's walk back over here.
Gosh, you can see those helicopters.
Yard. Here we go. The 0320. Wow.
Yep.
Now this engine has been modified even further.
Inverted
that
oil.
Little tank right there is going to make it so we can do aerobatics inside the airplane, which is what the airplane had been doing prior to this. Some bush piloting and some aerobatics.
Yeah, I removed that.
Here we have this rack full of the rest of the parts for the airplane. Exhaust pipes, baffling, just bits and pieces of trim, the nose covering here. And we're probably gonna have to do some painting and stuff and a little bit of bending back into shape. But overall, we have a complete plane. Here's the propeller. And you can see right here that there's no prop strike on it.
The propeller is in great condition, but what I did find out about it is that it was a modified propeller, and after they modified it, it is now stamped experimental. The big problem with that is there's no other application for this propeller. I've tried to sell it and no success because its current pitch and length is just not what people are looking for. So I still have that propeller, probably going to be keeping it forever, maybe put it on this wall, who knows.
So I'm pretty dang excited, and I just paid for the airplane. I bought an airplane. It's my first one and a project nonetheless, but an exciting one with an incredible story, which we'll get in more to later. I did tell you a little bit about the aerobatics, but there's a bit more to it than that. So, all right, I'm gonna start loading some parts in my car, and this is gonna be delivered later this afternoon.
Now, before we get into this, I did review the logbooks and everything for this, and they only go back, I think, to 1965 or 1968, somewhere inside of there. They lost the logbooks or didn't have them. This airplane, prior to becoming an experimental airplane, which happened in 1977-ish, is when it's got its experimental exhibition certificate. I'll get back to that in a second, but it had all kinds of STCs and different things done to it, and I've got all this really old paperwork from the 60s. It's kind of fun to go through, but all of that kind of got thrown out the window when it got its new airworthiness certificate. And the reason, though, I was saying that experimental exhibition that's actually really good in this situation, it's because it became an exhibition before the FAA put all these rules and everything around it. So today, people who are converting airplanes to exhibition have a phase 1, phase 2, requirements for like program letters and all of these things that they have to do. This airplane doesn't have any of those. And the operational limitations to it are like 8 bullet points. Bullet points. Nowadays, it's an entire document. And so when I reached out to a DAR, who's kind of like a DPE, but the ones who give you your airworthiness certificate for amateur-built aircraft or experimental exhibition, those types of things. He told me, he's like, never talk to the FAA about this plane because your paperwork is amazing, it is unique, and you don't want them to alter it in any way. And so he told me what to print out, what to carry inside of the airplane, and the airplane's 100% legal to fly. So, yeah, experimental exhibition. I was a little worried at first, but not anymore. Yeah, I was really excited, and this was going into a buddy of mine's hangar, He let me store it there until I figured something else out because I just bought this on such a whim. But paid $15,000 for the Cub. That was it, with the engine and delivery. They brought it up to Deer Valley for me. All right, we just got it all inside of the hangar. It fits, which is good. And I went and got all the parts out of the back of the van and started putting them on the ground here. Cowling and everything looks okay. It looks like there's a little bit of damage sustained that I wasn't aware of, but we're gonna get into that in another video. But propeller, engine, the wings, I've got the struts right there, other parts and everything right here, and just the main fuselage. I mean, it looks pretty dang good. I'm gonna have some friends come and help me inspect it and take a look at a handful more
I lied.
things here.
They did not come and help me.
Overall, I'm impressed with it and excited to get started. I think one of the first things I'm gonna have to do is get this landing gear repaired so that we can get it, move it around a little bit easier, make it so it's not so cockeyed and straight up and down, and then start working on it from there. But overall, very, very excited about this project. There you have it. Plane's in the hangar. I'm gonna bring my family over and see what they think, but yeah, I couldn't be more happy right now.
We are going on
Oh my gosh, they're so young.
And so we are about to tell the kids about it and take them to go see it. So Carl, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody what you did today?
All right, everyone, calm down. I bought an airplane. Seriously.
We're gonna go look at it.
Yeah.
How expensive was it?
Oh my gosh, you went right to the numbers, didn't you? That's what Mom usually says.
Well, I'm on Mom's side. Why do you...
So that's Jenny. She's my favorite little aviator, and she is the one who likes going flying with me the most. And she really did lose her mind. She was so excited at this point, and I forgot that she did that. Oh.
Buy an airplane.
What? Mom said I could.
Mom, how expensive was it?
Don't worry about it. They're pretty excited.
What's missing, Kelsey?
They didn't know what to think. I feel like I misled them maybe just a little bit because they were thinking that we're gonna go get inside of an airplane that we can go do stuff in, and you know, here it is broken and things. Isn't that fun? For the nose, that's right.
It's the nose. And this is the top. This is the top of the front of the airplane. And here's part of the
Oh gosh, they're so cute. Oh my goodness. Isn't it so cool? Oh, you guys want to go inside? All right, just a minute, just a minute. Oh, there you go. I think this, like, legitimately was my favorite part of buying the plane, was just sharing it with my kids and how excited they were that we were doing stuff. They'd all been flying at this point, but had only been in a 172. And so just having something that was going to be ours to play with was going to be great. They just didn't know how far out it was going to be before they could actually get in it. Oh my goodness, two little aviators. Ah, no, Kyle. How much fun is that?
really fun.
What do you think?
Is it on?
Ask Dad if you can play with the stick.
Can I play with the sticky?
You can, but you have to be gentle pulling it back and letting it go. My son is still a jokester. You can see his hand back there walking on the window. This has not changed at all.
Kelsey, look, your stick's moving.
Can I have a nice stick?
All right, you guys traded spots?
Yeah.
Cool, well, we're gonna sign out, so you guys go ahead and wave bye to the camera.
Bye.
Say bye, Kyle.
Bye.
All right, we'll see you guys later. So we've got a lot of plans for this airplane. Some of the things that we're gonna do to it may not make the purists too happy, but I'm gonna modernize this 1939 J3 Cub. I'm gonna be putting some avionics inside of it. I'm gonna be doing some crazy things that you normally don't see, and you know, because this is experimental, unique, and has a lot of horsepower, we're gonna do some really fun things in it. So if you guys are interested in things like that, please subscribe, follow us. There's gonna be a lot of content coming soon on this, just after we do another video series. I'm gonna be mixing those up like kind of every other week type thing or every other release. But yeah, seriously, subscribe, follow us. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Our channel has always been about inspiring new pilots and helping them along the way. And if this isn't an inspiring project, I really don't know what else is. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and check out some of the other videos we have on our channel. And as always, share aviation wherever you can, and we'll see you in the next one. Oh my gosh, so much hope, so many dreams, so much ambition. I do remember being incredibly excited for all of it, and I didn't realize what I was in for, and so getting started on the project was rather interesting. I had consulted a lot of different people about buying the airplane and what I should do to it, and everyone just told me, you know what, go ahead and fix it, get it flying first, and then do modifications and things to it. But as I was going through the project and figuring things out, I'm like, now I got to do the modifications now. So, gosh, yeah, just going back and seeing myself and how excited I was about it, that's really cool. It is. And not to say that I'm not excited now. It's just at the end of the project here, in retrospect, so much happened to that excited soul. But yeah. What else? Oh man, I don't know if there's much else that was going on in my head at that time. Just excited and looking at all the parts and everything. There were a lot of broken parts. You didn't get to see it. That comes inside of the next video when I kind of start laying everything out and figuring out what's what and what went where, because the entire bottom of the lower cowling was gone. It just didn't exist. It was just all crumpled up, and so that's why. That's also why I look back at myself. I'm like, man, you don't know what you're in for. So, but yeah, if you guys have any other questions about the plane and what was going on at that time, please leave them down below. Happy to answer them. But that's going to be it for this video. So as always, share aviation wherever you can. We're still going to end them this way, and we'll see you in the next video.